Hello and welcome to chapter number 4. We are discussing about deploying local images in SWAMP cluster. We already understood manual method. In this video, we are going to discuss about how we can copy our images across all Docker hosts using registries. So let's start. Introduction. To ensure that Docker images are accessible across all the nodes in Docker SWAMP cluster, registries provide centralized solution. Now what is registry? You guys are aware about Docker Hub, right? If you want to use any images, you are actually pulling these images from the Docker Hub. So Docker Hub is kind of registries. Registries is kind of storage location from where you can push and pull images. There are many online registries available. We can use this to get images in all the nodes. There are two primary types of registries, online registries and local registries. Now we want to understand both. We want to understand what is online registries, how we can use this. We want to perform lab for this as well. Same way for local registries. So that's why we are going to divide this chapter into the two parts. Here, this video is a chapter 4.1. In chapter 4.1, we are going to discuss about online registries and we are also going to perform lab for this. In chapter number 4.2, we are going to talk about local registries. So let's start chapter 4.1 now. So let's talk about online registries. Introduction. Online registries are hosted services that allow you to store and manage Docker images in a centralized location accessible via internet. It is kind of centralized storage system, kind of cloud storage. These registries provide reliable and scalable solution for sharing images across the nodes. There are many online registries available like Docker Hub, then we have Amazon Elastic Container Registries, Google Container Registries, Azure Container Registries, and if you want enterprise level of security, then you can go with the Docker Trusted Registry as well. Now, we can use any of them, but we are going to use Docker Hub. Why? Because if you want to perform this lab, you can easily create free account into the Docker Hub and then it works. If you don't have account in Amazon ECR, like Amazon or AWS or Google Cloud Platform or Azure, you have to create account, you have to provide credit card number and all this. So we are not going to use this. We are just going to use Docker Hub. So let's start lab sharing images using Docker Hub. Here we have 6-step process. Let's start with the introduction. In this section, we will provide you step-by-step demonstration of how to use Docker Hub private repositories as an online registry to share Docker images across the node into the SWAMP cluster. First of all, you must have private registry, right? So we have to create account. So what I am doing, I am going to create this account right now. See, you have to open Docker Hub. So hub.docker.com is a website. Now I have this account, so I am going to click on sign in. You can click on sign up. Here you can provide your email ID, then username and password. You can give any username or password. I suggest you to go with the Google account. You can directly use your Google account here. In this case, email will be your Google account. Username, you can select any one of the username that you want. And you don't need to use password here because you are directly using Google account. But we have to set password, I will tell you. I have this account, so I'm going to use sign in here. This is my email address. So let's sign in. Here I am going to use with the Google only, right? So just going to use Google. Now once you log into this, okay, here you will get a repository option. And look at this, I don't have any repository. This is my username. Okay, when you create your account, you have to provide this. So CloudFolks HUB is my username. Here I am going to create repositories. Here I am going to give repository name demo. And I'm going to create private. Why? Because I don't want that anybody can access this repository, right? So I'm going to create this private repo or registry. Now let me click on create option. And here I got this. Now, one thing that you need to understand here, if you don't have password, okay, for your repo, you have to have this. How you will get it? You can go to your account name. Here you will get this account setting. And here you just need to click on reset password. It will send you email and set your password. Okay. So yeah, you have to set up this. So don't forget to set this right now. Now, let me go to the manager node. Also note down your repository name as well. So if you want to go to the repository, you can go to the Docker Hub. And this is a repository name, Docker CloudFolks HUB/demo. I already done this, so here it is my repository name. I want you to note it down. Repository name would have username and then the repository name. Okay, so done. Now take the local Docker image. As you know that I have this image. Now let me verify one thing. Okay, here I want to manage a node. Let me give command docker images. I have this image right now. I want to copy this image into the multiple or other worker nodes. But you know, as per last practical, we have this image running on all the worker node. So I'm going to make some cleaning here. First of all, I'm going to remove this service that we have created, Docker service rm my app. I remove service. Now going to the Docker images. Yes, I have this image over here. Let me verify what is the current status here. Here I have this image as well because we already copied this using manual method. So what I am doing, I am going to give command docker images, docker rmi my app. It will clean up this image. Going to use same command here as well on a worker node. Okay, so now look at this. If I am going to give command docker images, here I don't have image. Same way, here I don't have image as well. Let me check this out. Right, so everything is good. Again, I am going to give one command here. Okay, it is docker logout. Why I am giving this command? You will get complete idea. Let me give this command. Done. So now everything is fresh. So I have this image on my manager node. Look at this. Docker images. Right? This is my app image I have. And I want this image on both of this worker node. Again, I want to do the same thing, right? I don't have this over here. I don't have this over here as well. This time we are going to use online registry. Now in order to use online registry, you have to tag image first. Now this is the most interesting part here. Okay, when you are going to tag this, you have to provide a detail about your registry. And if you are not going to provide this, when you will push this image, it will not find out the address. So when you are going to tag this image, you have to make sure that you are actually providing detail about your online registry. How? Let me explain you this. First of all, you have to give give command docker tag. Now, which image you want to tag? I am going to say my app latest. Now, what will be the tag? In the tag, you have to specify your remote registry name. We have this CloudFolks HUB/demo. So you have to start with this. Okay. This is the way it can find out the destination when you will push the image. And then whatever the name that you want to provide. Let's say that I'm going to say my app. Now it can be any name that you want. Okay. Let's say that if I'm going to give name my app-I, no need to worry. I'm giving this different name. Why? Because I don't want you to confuse between this my app and this my app-I. So let me tell you, here I have this image, my app. I am going to tag this image with the new name. The new name will be CloudFolks HUB/demo. It is actually my registry name, but you have to include this. There is no choice. And then whatever the tag you want. So my app-I. I'm just making this name -I So you can understand that this name can be anything, I, A, B, C. Even if you don't want to use my app, no need to worry. Okay, let's say that if I want to use new app, I can use this. Okay, so let's press enter, tagged. Now if I'm going to give command docker images, see this is our tagged image. This is the same as my app, but we just tagged this with this particular name. And this is the most important part.
Sorry guys, sorry to disturb you. I know you all are enjoying the session and suddenly it stopped. But if you want full video or if you want full Docker course having 130 plus videos including projects, you can become our community member. Enrollment link is in description. Moreover, we also provide 24/7 support, weekly lifetime live session with Power Shatara, updates and completion certification as well. Still you have any queries regarding it, you can contact me on my personal number. Thank you.